Dude, I just already know lovey-dovey. They looking for hubby. I'm looking for paper and in the city. I got up, it's located in every city. Gotta have them 6 owners in every city. Take the private, it's luckily out here. We getting it. Spend like 700,000 on both the fenders. I got love for the city. I look and get it. I wake up on a daily basis. I count the money, man. I'm already rich. I go so hard with these riches. I fell in love with the Doty. I fell in love with the rolling. Wake up and pray every morning. Demons, they calling my soul. I said, all of you, homie. I'm balling out of control. I'm balling out of control. I'm balling out of control. I'm balling out of control.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and beautiful people? So happy, so grateful you're able to tune in tonight. We're gonna keep this short and sweet. It is 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I don't know about you, but I know I'm ready to hit the charts. I'm ready to see what opportunities are presented itself in the market tonight. So if you guys really want to get that sauce to become your own boss, right? Let me see some 777s in the chat right now. I know we got what 20, maybe a little over 20 people on. Let me see dollar signs in the chat. You guys ready to go? 777 with dollar signs in the chat if y'all ready to go. So I see we got Lisbeth in the building. We got Regina Graham in the house. We have Yasmin as well. We got Diane Clark. We got Abel. All right, we got a few people. We got a few people giving me some energy, some engagement. I appreciate that. Mo is in the house as well. What is going on? What's up, y'all? So I also have this streaming on Facebook Live as well. We have a few other people on right over here. They get to see the layout because I have this connected on OBS. But yeah, I don't know about you, but like I said, I'm ready to get this going. I also have the Discord community informed as well. I have multiple communities. Telegram as well is a forum that I am live right now. All right. I didn't promote this. I didn't create a build up towards the session tonight, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, yo, you know what? Let's take a look at the market, and if we see some good opportunities, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it. We're gonna cake it. All right, that's what we're gonna do. So, all right, let's get to it. All right, I am trading binary options tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So, real quick, if you don't know what binary options is, it's actually a very simple way to trade forex. I'll keep this real brief because I really want to get into the analysis and then get into the live trade. So I'll keep this real brief. Long story short, you fund an account, all right, whatever you can start with. You can start with as little as $100. All right, for example, in this platform. This is Do Trade is a binary platform. And some binary platforms got other kinds of minimums, like $500 minimum, so on and so forth. This one is just 100. So I figured, this is pretty affordable. This is based somewhere in Europe, I believe. And there's a lot of people really killing this thing. So if I click on copy trading over here, you have these people 301% profit returns. There's people from all around the world really killing this thing. You go on live trades. There's people that are taking live trades. Now I don't like to copy trades, but that option is there. But as you can see, there's people from all around the world is really killing it with this thing right here. So with that said, let's get to the bag. Let's get to the bag. And so the way it works, all right, you choose the trading asset that you wish to trade. All right, you can have it over here on your market watch list on the top, or you can just click the additional button right over here, right? And you can, enter whatever trading asset you want, whether it's USD JPY, Bitcoin, Euro, USD, whatever it is that you want, you can, type it in and you'll be able to see it. Okay, and then you'll notice that there's some trading assets that have OTC on it. This stands for over the counter trading. This stands for over the counter trading, and so this is synthetic to the broker. Okay, this is synthetic to the broker, and so what that means is you can't really verify the data on TradingView, which is the trading software, the trading charting software that we usually get our price quotes from. On regular trading assets without the OTC, you can verify the data on charting softwares and web-based apps like TradingView, so on and so forth. So you click on one of them, and then you'll see that it'll just pull up over here with the real-time data on a tick chart. Now, now if you want to trade and have the trade last minutes, then keep it on turbo. If you want to place a trade and make it last hours, then you would select intraday. If you want to trade that last days, then you would select long term. Something real simple like that. And trade amount is the amount that you are willing to put down on an individual trade. So, for example, if I wanted to just place maybe 150 bucks on this trade, all right, then I could just enter that in. Now, every single trading asset has a payout attached to it, and that changes depending on the volatility of that particular trading asset in the moment. Because in different times during the day, there's currencies that have higher volatility than others, and that's just what it is. So you select the trade amount, all right, which is the amount of money you are willing to risk for an individual trade, right? And once you enter a trade, this is what you're risking. So if you lose the trade, this is the amount you're losing, and it is best that you choose a smaller amount compared to what your main account is. So you're staying within respective risk management guidelines. All right. Here's the payout for the trading asset that you wish to trade, for example, Euro USD, and here is the total payout. So this is your money back plus a net profit of 78% in this example, and this tells you what the total is. Up means buy, down means sell, okay? So when it comes to execution in trading, all right, up means buy, which also means call, which also means higher. So there's a bunch of synonyms for the same thing. It's basically a buy. Down is another word for put, another word for sell, another word for, predicting that the price is going to be lower than where it's at by the time expiration, so on and so forth. You can choose your time expiration, and this could last, anywhere from seconds to minutes on a traditional trading asset like Euro USD without the OTC in it. You can select anywhere from a 1 minute time expiration to up to an hour or even above, depending on what option type that you're gonna go with, right? So here's what I do. I don't really depend on the charts on a broker, right? I only go to a broker simply to execute the trades. I use other types of charting software in order for me to really analyze the market and see what is it that I want to do. So I might use one of my tools to just click and just use one of my strategies so we can actually get into some good trading opportunities. Now, because this is Forex, this is 24/5, 24 hours a day, 5.5 days a week. Right now, at this time, what's volatile right now usually is Japanese yen, Australian dollar, and the New Zealand dollar. So before I begin my trading, I always like to check the news. And I know for some of you that already know this information, you're like, yo, Ness, can we get to analysis? Get to the analysis? Can we get to the trades right away? I do have to, take a little bit of time for the beginners so they can understand what's going on. All right. So I'm going to go over here to Forex Factory. All right. And this is where I get to see the economic calendar. And what I want to make sure of is that there's no other updates happening today. What I also would like to see is what has actually occurred throughout the day. Have any of these currencies had a good day or a bad day? Because that's important to know, because there are lingering effects or residual effects that occurred during the day if a currency had a bad day or if a currency had a good day. All right. That's just how it is sometimes, right? And so there are things, there are geopolitical events that happen in between the events that is displayed and broadcasted on these economic calendars. So there are things that happen in between. What moves the markets is geopolitical events. Those are what moves the markets. And so, with that said, we're going to rely on technical analysis. There's really no news update that we need to be concerned with right now. So I want to personally take a look at USD JPY. So I'm just going to enter this in over here, USD JPY. Okay, let's start off with that and let's see what opportunities are being presented. So far right now, for what I can see, there is a support level being tested, and I can see it plainly with my eyes. You know, as you get a little bit more experience trading in the markets, you kind of see things, you know, already with your eyes without having to put in any indicators or drawing tools. But I could clearly see this is a support level right over here. The market is currently wicking that support level right now, and I'm on the 15-minute chart. So sometimes I like to verify what's going on the higher time frame charts before I go to the lower time frame charts and take it from there. Okay, so I see some resistance and I see some support. All right, you consider it support one, resistance one, support two, resistance two, however you want to look at it. All right, I like to definitely dot my I's and cross my T's when it comes to charting. I'm going to lower this down to 5 minutes. Let's see what's going on as we get a little tighter, right over here. And I see that there's multiple wick touches right in this area. So if a line doesn't work out, then guess what could work out? A little rectangle could work out right over here, which will represent the zone. Okay, the zone where the market tends to be jumping up at this level over here. Now, the idea, okay, is that we're taking advantage of the market regardless of what the market conditions are. So the market is either going to be consolidating, which is basically zigzagging between the support and resistance, moving sideways for the most part, or it's trending. All right. And if it's trending up, it's going to zigzag up. If it's trending down, it's going to zigzag down. So my goal is to capture the high points for sales and to capture the low points for buys. I want you to look at this the same way you look at real estate. When the market is low, you got to think buy, buy, buy. When the market is high, okay, you got to think of sell, sell, sell. That's just what it is, just to keep it very, very simple. You do not have to be a brainiac to trade. You just have to identify if the market is low or the market is high, and you just have to learn how to execute a buy or sell. Everything after that is a little more advanced, and yet it'll help you tighten up on your accuracy when it comes to your analysis of the market. But for the most part, that is a good fundamental point to just start with, right? That's a good fundamental point to just live by right now, okay? So, from what I see over here, a couple of wick touches right over here. I'm waiting for this to really do a bounce up so we can take advantage of a buy. So, because I'm very picky with my entries, I want to wait for this to drop just a little bit down to get into my buy area. So, let me just color this a little different. All right, let me color this green. All right, so I can get in that buy right there. All right, let me change the outline as well. Because sometimes, when you see the colors, when you see the markets, when you see the prices touching, certain different certain different indicators that you have it all on one color, drawing tools that you have on one color. Psychologically, you're thinking green, 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 buy, red, 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 sell, right? So that's why I like to do that for drawing tools and indicators and things of that nature, right? So I do want to take advantage of this. I want to wait for price to drop down a little lower. So I'm looking over here, right? And from what I see over here, 147.530 will be a good area for me to enter a buy. Or if I really want to get picky, then it'll be 147.500. So I'm going to wait for that, 147.500. All right, before I take advantage of this. All right, so 147.500. So what exactly is this? Okay, we are trading USD JPY. Okay, and so what you're seeing over here, this is the exchange rate price. Okay, in every currency pair, you have, for example, USD JPY, you have your base currency, you have your quote currency. So all the prices over here is the exchange rate prices based on the quote currency, which means this. It's 104, in this example, if the market comes down here, it would be 147, all right, 0.50 Japanese yen to equal $1 American. So that is what you're looking at whenever you're looking at currency pairs. and you're looking at the exchange rate prices and you're making sense of that. This is what you see if you were to go to Tokyo right now and if you were to exchange your US dollars for Japanese yen. This is what you're looking at. Now, obviously, companies like the different currency exchanges that you see at the airports, and stuff like that, they're obviously going to charge you a premium because it's a service that they're offering. So on top of the actual exchange that's going on, all right, they're gonna charge you on top of that. So the best thing to do if you know people in local areas when you're traveling abroad is you talk to the locals to find out where's the best spot to exchange your currencies. This is what we do when we go to Dominican Republic. This is what we do when we go to other countries around the world. If we know locals, we're gonna have the locals tell us where's the best spot to do currency exchanges. Because at the airports, they're gonna tax you. They're gonna charge you an arm and a leg for stuff. So that's it, right? So right over here, the market already wicked at 147.500. I'm interested in entering a buy right now on USD JPY. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure first and foremost that I am trading on USD JPY. All right, so let's go over here. Okay, and 147.500 on a dot. That's really what I want to see. I want to catch it at the low point. But anyway, I don't want to be too picky because I do know we have an audience here. So let me go for a 3 minute right over here. Okay, and when I see the market kind of tanking down, I want to be able to catch a nice low spot. All right, if I'm gonna enter a buy. Okay. All right, let's see what's happening right now. All right, it looks like it's touching that 147.500. Let's see how it closes. Let me click on this. All right, and let me click on the countdown to bar close so I can see when this bar is closing, which is in 2 seconds, 1 second, and boom. Okay, new candle open. Let's see what's gonna happen. Hopefully it's not trending. Hopefully it is consolidating, and we caught a low point for a buy. All right, so far it looks all right. All right. And since we entered a buy, as long as the market is anywhere above our buy by the time expiration, all right, we will clear that trade. If it's anywhere below the buy by the time expiration, that means we did not clear the trade. So as long as we can see, all right, the market is above 147.500. We should be okay if your entry was at 147.500. So because we're working on time, basically what helps you win a trade is simply this. If you believe the market is going to be above where the market is at and you enter a buy, by the time expiration, if that statement is true, okay, then you win the trade. If you believe the market is going to be lower than where the market is at currently before you enter your trade and you enter a sell, if the market is anywhere below your sell entry by the time expiration, you win a trade. That's just how it is. So whether the market goes up or down, as long as you predict correctly with the time expiration, you will be good to go. Now, is the market perfect? No. Trading involves risk, including some or all of your initial investment. All right. So the market is going to be dancing around. It's going to be zigzagging in and out of the profit zone, so on and so forth. Right. So your first trades is always going to be the trades where you're kind of testing out the waters. And then during your trading session, you're going to go a little heavier. All right. You're going to go a little heavier now that you're a little more familiar with how the market is moving for the night. And this is something that works for me. There's something that works for, a lot of my students. But your first few trades, you always want to keep it nice and low. All right. So you can test out how the market is behaving. All right. Let me take a look at what's going on over here. Use the GPY. Okay. So look, there's a couple trades and boom. Okay. So I had a buy down here, which was 147. Let's coordinate this correctly. Okay. So 147.506. Obviously, I wanted to get 500 on the dot, but I didn't. And my other entry wasn't the best. It was 147.530. Okay. point blank period, as long as the market is above, all right, by the time expiration, you enter the buy, you're good to go. Okay. So as you can see over here, I cleared the trade. Boom. Okay. I made a net profit of 78%. So the total payout was $267 on this trade. And on this trade, this was another 267 in total payout. Okay. So with that said, as far as net profits is concerned, all right, I basically made $200 in a matter of 3 minutes. And this is the power, all right, this is the power of trading based on time. Now, I want to see, who actually entered at 147.500. I know I missed this one. I don't know how I got 530, but I was aiming for 500. Either or, even if you did get 530, should have been all right. Let me see dollar signs in the chat if you actually entered the trade or if you're just simply learning. There's no judgment over here. Let me know. So, oh wow, hold on. Let me scroll up because I see some. Okay, so Albert, all right, clear the sell. How do you decide to take a 3-minute trade or a 5-minute trade? I'll get to that in a second. Diane actually took the trade, cleared it. Ashley took the trade, cleared at 501. Shout out to Ashley. All right, we back at it, Ness. We sure missed you. Oh, I appreciate that. I love working with y'all. Trust me. Abel, 501 demo clear. Hey, look, demo, hey, look, everyone got to start somewhere. What I do recommend, though, Abel, is go live. Just go with a live account and do trade is only $100 minimum, which is crazy because, I know a lot of binary platforms where the minimum is 500. So start with a $100 account and just start taking just $1 trades just to get the hang of it. And the reason why is because you're going to feel the sting of any L that you take, but you're also going to feel the real joy of winning the trade because it's real dollars that you're winning. Graham, 147.502. Okay. He's been clearing it. All right. So look, this is really, really very, very powerful. Right now, again, I don't want to take too much of your time, but basically, this is why it's important, all right, to have your strategies down pat and understand how the market works. So we saw that the market was bouncing right at this area. I saw my eyes. Look, this is a support area right over here. Okay. All right, this is a support area right over here, and it's been touching it multiple times. It's been bouncing right at this level, whereas in this level, the market is dropping. So this is where I would enter the sells. Right over here is where I would enter the buys. And, and look, fortunate enough, we were fortunate tonight. All right. So as you can see, this is my own charting software with, signals. All right, that's hitting over here. You could click on these, and these are clickable signals. All right, and then another chart populates and stuff like that. And there's already several strategies on here. I'm going to be adding more strategies on there. So that's for my own personal, charting app that I have, my charting web app. Okay, and as you can see, it definitely helped me with my trading tonight. So it's definitely well worth it. Okay. Now, so for those of you that really want to get going, really want to get your start in binary options and you haven't had the chance, or maybe you've been in binary before and you're just looking for something new, then I would recommend you check out Do Trade. So it's very simple. You go to dotrade.com. It's based in Germany. So like, Dutch, the language, it kind of starts off that way, DEUT. All right. So dotrade.com. All right. When you click on sign up, all right, you'll just enter your email, you create your own password, first name, last name, and just fill out the rest of the information. Click to check, okay, and then boom, sign up, okay. It doesn't require $1 for you to just simply fill out the form. Now, what's easy to do is easy not to do. So don't put this in the back burner. Just do it now. Go to dotrade.com. This is not an affiliate link at all. This is directly on the site. I don't need to put an affiliate link out there. Okay, so just go to dotrade.com right now, fill out the form, and just sign up, and half the work is done. Then when you're ready to fund, you could fund with as little as 100. I recommend a little bit more. I recommend if you could put 500 or even 1,000. 1,000 I think is a real solid point to start, but it's up to you where you want to start with. Start with a $100 account. That's the minimum. If you really pop like that, just do 100, but if you got it, I recommend starting with a G. I think that's a good medium point because you got to think in terms of percentages, right? If you made 5% tonight, 5% on the $100 account is $5, whereas 5% on a $1,000 account is $50 and within 30 minutes. So think in terms of that, there's a lot of potential there. So look, we're doing this, we're killing this, and we're coming in real strong. Next week, I'm gonna be going crazy before February because I'm preparing everything for a February launch. So I'm gonna be going crazy with these free sessions, all right, during next week. Okay. So stay tuned and take advantage. Take advantage. Okay, take advantage. Because you guys had a whole 15 months of me not being, signed or contracted to a company. So I've been able to really, really be out there and help individuals trade to learn the skill set. But on February 1st, we're launching something really sexy, and you're going to want to be a part of it because we are absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, going to break records. We're going to break records. We're going to make history. We're going to be doing epic things that's never been done before. I mean, sheesh, wait until you see. All right. I'll be taking some trips next month. I'm going to Los Angeles and then I'm going to Vegas sometime after that. So I'm really going to be moving and shaking because I believe this is going to be the biggest project I've ever worked on ever when it comes to what I've done in my trading, in comparison to what I've done in my trading career. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Stay blessed, take care. I'll post up the replay. All right. And make sure you guys stay connected. Reach out to me. All right. I don't bite. All right. So reach out to me on Instagram. Real simple. All right. You can find me, Nes Vquez. All right. Make sure it's with the blue verified check because there's a lot of fakers out there. So make sure it's me, the one that's verified. All right. Shoot me a message and let's get to the bag. 2024 is about to be your best year ever. Believe that. Believe that. And with that said, over and out. Peace.